To accompany our Ruger 1022 and 7722 maintenance series, in this video we'll be going over how to properly disassemble, clean, and reassemble the Ruger Rotary magazines. If you're having issues with your magazine, Ruger advises to first test the rotor tension. To do so, load one dummy round into the magazine and firmly press against the side of the cartridge case. Then remove your finger quickly. The cartridge should instantly and fully move into the feeding position. If it doesn't, the magazine should be cleaned. Before disassembling the mag, you'll need a pair of safety glasses and a 9/64 hex wrench. To begin, insert the wrench and loosen the screw at the rear. Once you have it backed off a bit, begin to apply forward pressure to push the cap nut out of its recess at the front. Once pushed forward, the cap nut should spin and release the tension of the rotor spring. The screw can then be fully removed. With the screw removed, the magazine cap, throat, rotor, and its spring can also be taken from the magazine shell. For most purposes, this is as far as you'll need to go. Note that you can remove the magazine rotor spring from the rotor, but it may be difficult to reinstall. Therefore, take careful notice of the orientation of the spring if disassembly is absolutely necessary. With the magazine now fully disassembled, we can go ahead and clean the components. Ruger recommends using a solvent that won't rust the metal components or adversely affect the plastic magazine box. Today we'll be using M-Pro 7 and a brush to remove any foreign material. Once clean, we'll thoroughly dry each part and inspect them for signs of damage. With everything completely dried, we can reassemble the mag. First, reinstall the screw, followed by the magazine feed lips with the larger round peg rearward fitting into its corresponding hole in the magazine shell. Once installed, place the rotor over the screw and insert the end with the longer step first. Once fully seated, rotate the rotor clockwise until the large vane is inside the feed lips. Next, reinstall the front cap, being sure to line up its hole with the corresponding peg on the feed lips. Then reinstall the cap nut while aligning the hole in the nut with the protruding spring. Once captured, the spring can be wound by holding the cap nut and rotating the magazine clockwise 3 or 4 turns. Once you have the spring wound, push the cap nut into its recess and tighten the rear screw to secure it. With the magazine now fully reassembled, we'll do a quick function test again with the dummy rounds to ensure that the rotor is operating correctly. If cleaning doesn't restore proper rotor function, Ruger suggests replacing the magazine and warns not to use it. In the event your magazine needs to be replaced, visit Brownells.com to see our full line of Ruger original manufactured magazines and parts, along with all the firearms accessories and tools backed by our 100% unconditional lifetime satisfaction guarantee.